What's up, y'all? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I was looking at this. Hey, Burimo. Hey, Alex. How are you? Today we're gonna do some Elm. That's over here in this box. This is what Elm looks like. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a box. What I've done in preparation is I've made a wireframe thing in Figma, and it looks like this. Maybe I can click it, and then we'll get to see something, maybe. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so let's imagine we are a Diabotical player. We've just heard about this website, and you're not registered yet. You enter this screen. You see that Scallop is number 1. Great job, Scallop. He just moved up the ladder, and Cordusk, the poor sod, I guess he lost his first place. Huh? You can see their favorite mode, the total kill-death ratio, which might not be important at all, and then the most recent matches that helped or that were played. So this is a bit weird that even though Scalp lost, he still made it up the ladder in general, I guess. So maybe Cordusk lost some points there that we don't see. And here, Clan Mur 183 versus Clan Nuts. Very, very good. Good job. But so let's imagine I'm interested now. I also want to play. I also want to be in this ladder thing. Let's register. You do username and password registration. You click on join the fray, and now we are a logged in player. And I think in this case, we've already advanced a bit more. We've also started playing some more games. And you can see that there are some upcoming matches. Today you're playing FZ at 10 o'clock. This is still just the general leaderboard. Next up you'll play FZ again on next Wednesday at 9, etc, etc. Some pending challenges, people that have challenged you, or challenges that you've sent out but haven't been responded to yet. Feeling Lucky will match you with a random person in the leaderboard or whatever. And you can also click on people's names to immediately challenge them, I guess. We can still fix that later. You can see that Scallop prefers to play Jewel on Wednesdays after 7, for example. You can see what they recently did, or what their results were. Maybe you want to challenge them in Jewel, and then no, I beat FZ yesterday or something, so he shouldn't be a problem for me, or something like that. It should be replaced with a date picker, and then some information on how to contact these people. When I made FZ look at this, he said maybe they should already just get a ping by some kind of bot or whatever, to have them be notified there in Discord. I mean, that they were just challenged by someone, to just make it more interesting for people to actually respond to challenges. But that's something for later. As you are also choosing a date, it would be interesting, I think, to know your already upcoming matches. So this might actually already be a bit tight, because next Wednesday you already have a duel against FZ at 9. So maybe challenging Scallop Wednesday at 8 might not be a great idea. Huh? And then some pending challenges, so to help you also decide whether this is a good idea of planning wise. Then you click on challenge. This we also talked about. This probably just needs to go and become like a toasted or something, toast notification or whatever. But in any case, you'll get a link that you can share with your opponent, I guess. Then when you, so this copy button here copies this link so you can share it. Maybe this share button as a Discord integration or whatever, we don't know yet. But then when I am Scallop and I've clicked on this link, I will see that I've been challenged by Cordusk, so we were Cordusk before, to play a duel, blah, blah, blah. Then I can choose to either accept or decline this invitation or this challenge. And I can also see what Cordusk did or what he was up to last time. So apparently he won against Blindlight and he lost versus Evzy, so that's good for me because I've in this fictional world, I've won from FZ, which I don't. But in any case, then I can choose, I want to fight this Cordos guy, and I accept the challenge. So those things I haven't linked just yet, so I didn't got that far or get that far. And yeah, that's about it. So all of this I built in Figma just to give me an idea of what are all the screens that I need to implement. And the first one that we'll try to implement today is this non-registered homepage screen, where we've got like, how do you call that thing? Like a banner, maybe it's a banner with an image and then some text. A table displaying the current leaderboard or the ranking, some way to show that there have been matches, and then just one single button maybe. I still have to decide, do I want people to register before they can start challenging people? Because I could also choose to not do that and then just base everything off of session storage, for example, to identify who it is that's actually doing these challenges, and then allow them to register if they don't want their results to be lost, or if they want to appear in the leaderboard, because I think I'll only want to allow players that have registered to be up here, just to make management a bit easier for the application. So this is the thing that I hope to be building today or this evening. Yeah, what I failed to mention is that last time we've already did a bunch of setup. We've figured out sort of how the flow would work. Of course, we can just still change it. And then I also put some time into making personas. I'm not sure if you can read all of this, but let's just take a look. So Anifrit is a live streamer. They've got some kind of schedule that they want to show their game or to play games. Then we've got Benny the tryhard. They work in shifts, so not always available to play in the evenings. Then we've got Bjorn the old schooler. They work. They've got 2 kids, and so that means that they only have time when you plan matches with these with them, so that they can actually play a game. And they like the competition aspect as well, because they long for the olden days. And then there's Agnetha the newbie. They look up to pros, and they're still in school, so they have a lot of free time. This is a huge assumption. It's just assuming that people in school don't have a lot of work. I might be completely off by that. But yeah, so by just empathizing, I guess, with all of these characters, these different personas, I understood that apparently not everyone has a bunch of free time. It's quite the opposite, in fact. So planning all of a sudden became something that needs to be quite in the forefront of this application that we're going to be building. So that triggered me to really, to make sure that when we've got match planning, that it needs to be really good and easy for people to enjoy the platform, let's say, to make sure that it's used, actually. All right, that's I think all I had to say about that. Let's go to the UI and then start our flow. So we've got npm. Let's just look at the package JSON. So even though it's an Elm application, I've wrapped it using elm-live, which basically recompiles starting from here, puts everything there eventually, and then has this as a start page, and we proxy all of the requests of /API to localhost 8080/API where my backend is running. And that will allow me to, like run my actual backend and then have my UI run requests against that thing. And the way we started is by just calling start. So let's do npm run start, which should open up an application, which is maybe not the... Where is the other one? Should have gotten this one open. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, let's... I think it's already open here. No, not really. Anyway, it's this one. So this is what I created the other day. Wait. I'm not that smart.
Yes, you are.
So I had already set up a dual window. I hope this is visible enough for you lot to be able to read. Let me know if it's not. But yeah, we've got already a header with some text, and then not the table that we want to render, but rather a nickname. You can enter a nickname there. And we're getting a bad gateway because my backend is not running, or not yet. So let's fix that real quick. And I think that I don't have my Docker up and running. So it's over here, and then we've got docker compose -f ops, and it's just here. Up -d to run demonized, and then this will spin up a Postgres database, or actually two databases, one for the event store and one for the projections, I've called it. And then that will make sure that we've got a database that's up and running. Voila, and I think we're already good to go. Now if I refresh, we're getting Scallop and the Legend 27 that we've already set up as a initial data, I guess. I think it might already work. So if I register Alex as a nickname, you're now registered, and you get this message saying that you've registered basically, and then this gets reset. That's cool. Then yeah, so we don't want to render a nickname and a register button basically, or this list in fact. What we do want to render is the, what was it again? I already forgot, like the leaderboard thing. Over here, okay. So let's first try to get a table on the screen somehow. And then for that, I was already looking at some libraries to use. And we've got Elm UI widgets is a thing that Cordusk showed me, which does feature a table, a sort table. So I think I want to use Elm UI widgets and use this sort table to see how that works. But we don't have, excuse me, don't have Elm UI widgets. I don't think so, at least. We can check. So normally that should be in You know what? Let's just open it up in IntelliJ. So now normally I use presentation mode for this, so it should be a little bit more visible. So we do have mGriffith's Elm UI, but we don't have the widgets just yet. So let's try and add that dependency by... Oh, I was kind of hoping that we'd get like the Elm install thing. Yeah. In any case, it's the Orasund / Elm UI widgets library that I want. And I think I do that by doing Elm package install. Oh, there's no, so then it's probably just install. It is already installed. Oh, is it? Then I must have missed that. Oh, wrong way. Ah, it was all at the top. My God, I'm so blind. Anyway, so we already installed it, so that's great. Now we only need to use it in our main.elm file. I already started making a bit of a palette as a way to have the colors be a bit more manageable. Of course, I don't really know how to read this properly, but so this is the color of the font, and I guess it's gray or something. I don't really know. So maybe what I should do here is make this into a constant. Let's call it gray, and then we can just say gray equals this thing. So this needs to be type alias, I think. No, just a type then for a constant. How the hell do you define constants again? Maybe it just needs to be lowercase g. Yeah. Whoa. Choose color. Holy crap. How does that work? What magic is this? Is that a plugin? So gray, there we go. Then this is like off-white or something. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? I should call it egg white because we are building a egg website anyway. So there we go. Now I no longer need that comment. And then these will also replace. This is white, I guess, contrasted. You know, it might actually 233 and it, oh, it's got a different hex value though. Yeah, okay, whatever's. We've got white then, I guess. White is this thing. And then this background is some kind of blue. Don't really know. Oh wait, there's like a name for that. Like a royal blue or something. Royal blue. We can change it afterwards anyway. Yeah. Now it reads a bit easier. At least I think so. What's your problem? It's over here, man. Oh. Ah, there we go. Still works. Nice. Now we can just say this was a commit saying named colors. Oh wait, we already changed something else, like the typography thing. Oh yeah, I was playing around with that, but I don't really know how to use it as a header. That's right. Named colors used typography h1. And the typography thing is coming from that widget library that we already just introduced. So there we go. I wonder why this isn't working though. I guess it doesn't understand the hex values. So you know what I'll do is I'll do a bit of E, and then we've got 238, 238, 238. We'll revert that, and then this can just become 238. There we go. And now we've got like the same color, but then represented as RGB. I guess. There we go. If we save that, it still gets updated. There we go. Replaced hex with RGB value. Should be okay. Cool, and now we're good to go again. So we can make sure that there's a table here somehow. So if we read our main view function, we've got like a main layout, and it has some properties, like the background color is of this kind of color. It's not contrasted, so it's a regular one. Whereas these here, the header, they are contrasted, as you can see. That's how I chose to express that. But the layout exists out of some properties, as we already explained. It's a one main column that's filled completely in height and width. So all of this thing that you're seeing right here is one single column, which is centered and top aligned. So yeah, if we would put more stuff underneath this UI column, then it would how do you say that, like stick at the bottom of the footer, let's say. And then what we'll do is we'll view the header, view the main content, and then view the footer. And this plus thing is just because all of these are returning lists, and I just want to append all of them. That's really what's happening here. What does the header look like? Well, it's just a single element that is aligned to the top, has a center X and Y, which isn't really working that great because I expected the center X to push scrambled more to the middle. We do have full width, but height we've shrunk instead of filled. If we do fill here, then it should take up a bigger portion of the page. So let's save. There we go. So it just pushes all of the content down. It takes up as much as it can, basically. I think both of these, so the header and the main content, are now as big as each other, equal height, and they have to divide the remaining space that footer leaves behind among them. But that's not what I wanted. I just wanted this thing to be shrinking. And then I was wondering, maybe it can be a default setting, maybe. So if I get rid of it, because I noticed that footer does not specify a height at all. So if I just save, it remains the same. Maybe that can be the default then. Okay, and then we just have by ways of specifying that it's an H1, the actual content now. And this is the header content. So we just have some text saying that this is, well, this is what should be displayed there. So if we want an image here somehow, we need to add something else other than just this text. We want to put something else. Then the footer is next. It's aligned bottom, makes sense. It's centered to the right. No, sorry, center X means it's in the middle, I think, right? Height wise. So if I change this to Y, what will happen? Nothing at all. Then it's the padding that makes sure that this is pushed a bit, I guess. X, Y. Yeah, so if I lower this, let's put it to 4 maybe, then we should see that the D is going to be a bit closer to the left side. Yeah, okay, nice. Whew. Then I don't know what why this thing is there, the center X. Seeing as it doesn't seem to work. Or maybe it just doesn't apply on UI.text. That could also be a thing. Anyway, that's the footer part covered. And then we've got the main content, view main content, which actually uses the model. And this right now consists of multiple rows within that big column, right? So this one row has a single column, and maybe that's why. Hang on, so the view main content, this thing fits in the main layout, which has a center X. So I'm wondering if I wrap this header in a row, whether that will actually center X it and center Y it. So let's try that. Oops, no way we did that. Was sort of like this. So then our view, or our header can return this and then be closed, I think. Let's see, it doesn't really. There we go. Now it is formatted. But header is no longer a single element here. I think that's the issue. Yeah, indeed. So this is, maybe if I get rid of this, then I might need to wrap it or something. Oh no, okay. Yeah, I don't really see that much of a difference, in fact. No, so we can get rid of that again. Yeah, that's a bit strange. Okay, Coolio. Next up, the view main content. So I don't really understand anymore why this is there, or the row, because, well, it's still one single row with a column, so I think we can just get rid of this. And then this one too. Yeah, there we go. Okay, nice. Then what do we want to put in here? I guess it's this can maybe we can no longer call this main content, because this is really like the registration screen. Actually, this can be the registration screen. So let's call view registration or something with the model. And then that can be this content right here. And then to just not break stuff, I can say view main content is really just calling view registration with the same model. And then we've refactored something. There we go. And now I just want to replace this with a view table. How am I going to do that? So let's do view leaderboard model. We don't actually have an API call to fetch the leaderboard just yet. However, maybe we can have one row with 2 columns, because I'm just wondering, because over here, where is it? We do have two things next to each other. The leaderboard table. Then there's the recent matches thing. And then we've got a register button underneath that centered. So we'll have two rows, one with two columns and one with a single column that has a single button in it or something. Does that make sense? Maybe we should just work a bit on the layout first. I forgot to cheers you. So cheers. Hang on, let's put this a bit closer to the thing that we're developing. Just like that. So what was I saying? Yeah, we need, so it's always going to be an array because that's just what my view main content thing expects. So I want a row, one single row. It will have some attributes and then it will have two columns. So one UI column with its own attributes and then another UI.column with its attributes and content, and then we'll have one other row with just a single column, and this will contain the button. So here there will be UI.button, no, button. What does view, right? How does that thing look like? Input.button. And it contains something like that. Okay, I can work with that. So this is going to be, a input.button having some properties and then this as text, and then the on press shouldn't do anything, so that's what it's there for, and then here it's like a register or something. Yeah, okay. We were just seeing if it's compiling and it looks like it is. So now we need to sort of fill this stuff with some content. Okay, let's do some positioning maybe first. So UI dot the width, I guess, should be shrunk, and then UI dot height should also be shrink, I guess. And then how do we want content to be positioned there? I don't really know yet. And here, these I just want to fill. Hello? Oops. I entered, but IntelliJ is bugging out a bit. And same for height. So my expectation here is that these fills will use the space allotted to them by their parents' limitations, and that's this thing. I hope that's how it works. Not sure if it is. It is compiling somehow, even though, okay, there we go. Okay, now let's do a bit of some formatting. So really, this here is, oh shit, I think, yeah, I want all of this. And this is going to be the view actually, that's the view register button. But It's more like a redirect to register button or something. Redirect view registration redirect button. And then we'll put that here, view registration redirect button. And this thing looks like that. And then we can, well, let's see, put that there, put this here, and then it will format itself, nice. And then this will be the actual leaderboard. So this is view leaderboard table, maybe, and we'll already apply or add a model to it. Then that can be this thing, leaderboard table, getting a model looking like this. Should still compile. Should still compile though. Ah, hang on, I got one thing too many on bracket. Nice. Now let's put some content in here. So we've got a row. So this is this top row here that consists out of the the table and the recent matches thing. Oh, actually, leaderboard. This isn't actually the leaderboard table just yet. This here is actually the leaderboard table. So maybe I inline this again. And then the first argument here can become view leaderboard table, and then this can become view recent matches table using a model. And then we'll put that on the next thing. This can become, actually I lost the way it looks like. Now I think I'm quite screwed because I should have extracted it. So now this is a UI.column and this is the other UI column. And this should be called view recent matches table. Voila. And then we're Gucci. Ne? Save the format. Voila. Now we just need to put some content in here. Maybe we can get away by just adding some text. UI.text. Here goes the leaderboard. And then here goes the recent matches. And then I think we are ready to, instead of viewing registration with the model, we can view the leaderboard. Now all of a sudden our header is no longer aligned to the top, which is quite weird. Hang on, is that because my main contents view registration has a fill? Yeah. So I guess it still needs to be... Oh, snap, that's not what I wanted to do. I think I want this and then... Oh, here's the main content for the model. Don't understand why. Ah, yeah. It's between braces because otherwise it can't comprehend. At least I don't think so. No. So I guess I sort of want the same thing here. So my view leaderboard thing needs to be wrapped in the same thing, just to make sure that it's filled, right? Or do I want to make sure that my row here is filled somehow? Maybe I should just do that. Let's try that. Voila. I think we'll copy the spacing as well. The padding I'm not sure about, so we'll leave that out of there. Let's see what this... Oh yeah. Still need to show the leaderboard model. Oh, this is better. Okay, now I want... Do I want fill? I think I definitely want to align this thing to the top. And then maybe we can get rid of the height. This thing, the button, I think we can align bottom. Or also align top actually. But it's important that the rest of it gets filled though. Let's see what happens if we fill it. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. But now the button needs to be in the middle, so we'll align center. So maybe if I do that here, oops. I am Confucius. Maybe this also needs to... So I don't like what I'm doing now because I'm just trying stuff. But it sort of makes sense that this works because what I'm really doing is I'm saying this component should be centered or should be position centered. The fact that the UI column is centered makes no real sense here, I guess, because there's a single one. So if I put this or not, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so now that I've got this understanding, I should also be able to center the header. So these are the properties, but they already have that though. They already have it. Dang it. It kind of sucks. I wonder why that is that this... Yeah, no, I don't get it. Whatever. Is this a button? I can click it, but it doesn't render as a button somehow. What magic did they do to this button here? Oh, this is what I should do to to disable it or something. The shared attributes, and then there's a background color. Ooh. I think since this is looking a lot like a bit of a component, like a DOM component, maybe I want to put that in a function to render like one of my buttons, basically. So first, let's just simply copy paste this. So we've got the shared attributes, and then actually, what would be the difference? the message is definitely the difference here. And then the text is also different. But the rest, I guess, should all be the same. I still want to center my text. I want the border width and the rounding to be the same. The padding, I guess, should also be the same. And then this determines whether or not it should be rendered as disabled or not. So I think before we do this, where was I before? Let's go back to spacing stuff. Here's the actual button, right? So instead of doing this, what if I chose to view register button? Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, let's say false with a capital F. See what that does. There we go. Now we've got like an actual button which has no hover functionality just yet. Yeah, this actually it even makes sense that it's called register. God dang it. But yeah, I think I want to still, yeah, it's cheating a bit, huh? Ah, I know why. Nope, it's still register button clicked, still makes sense. But really, the difference is that register player happens, and that's not something I want. So this isn't actually a register button click. This is the, I already forgot what I called it. Registration redirect button, Jesus, clicked. So really, it should be this. Render it as false, and it should return registration button, no, registration redirect button clicked messages. So that's what I want my signature to look like for, or don't I? I'm still having a hard time to decide if I want to already do the refactoring here. Because maybe I just want a button there. So you know what, let's go back to this part. Let's copy paste, in fact, all of this. Go back here. This should be view registration. Why does it already exist? Ah, this is the actual button. So this should be like this. Registration redirect button. Looks like this. Registration redirect button. Takes up, is disabled. Why are you laughing?
I'm disabled.
I'm disabled.
Oh my god, that's such a good episode.
I'm disabled. Yeah, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, there's an amazing episode of the IT crowd where Roy is disabled, and it's hilarious. He gets himself in so much trouble. Highly recommend. I think it's available on Netflix even, so you can just watch it for serious. All right, we've saved, and here it goes. It's actually showing up there, so that's great. Now I want tables, I think. Maybe I want a bit of a commit. I'm afraid of losing stuff. Let's do some basic home page layout, I guess, is what we've been doing. You know, I think I do already want this recent matches here to be glued to the right. That you always have it to the right. So I'm not really sure how you do that. Maybe there's a way to say if I do UI.width UI.shrink, that we've already got it. Oh no, okay. Ah yeah, okay, so that's because the other table is not being filled or using the full width that it gets. There we go. And I wonder if it's just a coincidence now that matches ends up at the very end. That it's, yeah, I guess that makes sense, huh? Good enough for me. What do we've got next? I want tables in here, maybe some spacing already. It just looks a bit, you know. Oh. Let's add some new lines there for easier readability. Let's do the same here. And then maybe I do want both of them to have the same the same what's it called again, padding. So we will do dot padding. And yeah, each is specifying all of the things differently. I mean, this is left. No, I don't understand. What's the difference, man? What does X and Y do and padding does? Horizontal and vertical padding. And what does this do then? Ah, yeah. So that's if you want different horizontal padding from vertical padding. This is if you want all of the padding to be the same, like on all both left, right, top, and bottom. And each is if you want any other one, any other kind. And I think that's what we want, because we only want. No, we can sort of abuse this one. And then what does it take? 2 ints X and Y, and we only want X and then 0 for Y. Now here's some magic, I guess. 20, is that good enough? It looks fine, I know. This is why I'm bad at UI stuff. But it's already looking quite nice. If you look at this, we've got 2 things right next to each other. I hope that this will just, you know, be filled up completely then, and that the register button is already smack dab in the middle, which is great. Cool. Next up, making tables. Okay, so instead of this, let's add some padding. Add some padding to, I actually added some padding to leaderboard and recent matches tables. And now I guess what we want is some kind of table somehow, and for that I need to check the UI widgets thing a bit. But I already know that this is going to be leaderboard. And then, it's going to take the model, of course, because that will contain all of the data. Leaderboard model equals this thing. That should already work. Yeah. IntelliJ is just not up to speed yet. Now I need this exactly. But then where is the table? Oh, sort table. This looks like a type alias. And then this is the function that creates it, or that seems to create it, I think. Okay. Let's look at this this stuff. They already have a palette. Dang it. Maybe, I mean, I hope that this just works with regular colors, because then I can just reuse that and theme my whole thing with that. Here's some content. Here are the columns with different types. That I don't understand. Okay, I mean, seems legit, huh? Okay, let's do this. I guess this is fine. Not really sure. Widget.sort table. So instead of UI.text, we'll do this. I will need to import that stuff first, so and I think I need to import oh no, it's already good. Then this is the import that I want from that thing, indeed. And then, oh wait, it stopped compiling here. Oh yeah, of course. It constructs something that is going to expect a list or not. Or at least this thing here. You can just copy this probably. And then something like that. Element, you. Yeah. Why? Maybe it's called UI or something then. Unless we missed something over here. Import elements. We might be missing some stuff though. See, because it's also returning an element message, and the thing that we are currently returning was not element message. But. We were. Okay, then I don't understand why UI or element.fill didn't work. Okay. That makes sense. Ascending looks like Boolean. We can just do true. Sort by is a string. So ascending true. Sort by, I guess it's going to be rank. Rank. On change, no op. Don't do anything at all. And then we'll do, this is not going to work, I think. What we wanted is not ID, but rather rank. Name is correct, but I think we've called it nickname always. And then rating, we let's just skip all of the rest for now. Just two things, and then this is going to be a rank. The how do you call it, like a lens property or something is .rank. Then this is the way to transform it. This makes sense for me as well. We need to fill it. Then there's string. We'll call this nickname. We'll do nickname here. This is just using the identity function to use that, or to translate it into a string. And then we no longer have any other columns, whatever. This should already be good. Huh. Something that translates a string into a message or what? Why is that? Why? I don't understand why it needed to be a function. Is that because on change is always like clicking the button or something? Clicking one of these things? And then you send the new sort by thing? That might be it. Might be it. Yeah, I wish they had a better way of, how'd you say that? Distinguishing the lines or something like that, if you know what I mean. Let's make this a little bit more realistic. I am, of course, kidding. But hey, when else am I going to see this kind of ranking? Elfips. Haven't seen you around. Welcome to the stream. This went particularly, I mean, quite easy, eh? Looks great. And then the recent matches, they're also going to look almost exactly the same. I wonder if instead of a sort table, they also have just like a regular table. Because I just realized I don't want people to sort that thing by themselves. Oh, maybe element table? I guess that's just like a regular old table or something. Okay. They put it in just underneath elements, so maybe, no. I don't know. I just don't know. And let's do the recent matches thing, and then we've got two tables just to make sure that it sort of looks okay. So we've got this to be replaced by the recent matches table, which also takes a model because the content will be dynamic, right? So let's do model and then just paste some stuff in here, and then I forgot what it's supposed to look like. It should say recent matches. And then we've just got this text here. It's just a single thing. Maybe I do want to put that like in a because I used the pipe symbol here to show that it was of type dual, but I guess it could be it could be an extra column, but do I really want that? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Let's get rid of that. Let's just have a single column saying match. And then they only have one single column, which is a string column, which got title recent matches, I believe. Yeah. I want the match. Actually, these can just be strings, so why am I putting it into objects? I don't care. It can just be strings, huh? Or do I need? Maybe I need identity. Maybe I don't need a toString function. That would be cool. Sort by recent matches, also ascending. Since 12/2019. Oh damn. I also don't remember what my stream content was back. It could have been Elm, but it might have been Kotlin. Or it could have been, since it was December, it might have been Advent of Code, probably. Maybe I did some Advent of Code back then, but yeah. I also like that I'm programming in Elm right now. Because I always want to do it and I never really get a good chance to do it, so now this is living the dream for me. Backend in Kotlin and frontend in Elm. So let's see. FZ apparently 9-7. Jesus, that was a close game. And this was dual. Then we had Scallop 10-9. Haha. Where I won. A 9, which was also dual. And then we've got Mur 8-3 versus Nuts. Mur. In CTF. This one is gone. There we go. Oh boy. So now it doesn't look like it's taking up the full length anymore. Unless this table is just really, really wide. Why would that be? What if I get rid of this and see what happens? Maybe it's the 20 padding. I bet that's it. So let's get rid of the padding 20, see what happens. God dang it. Then it just scooches. Yeah, we also have from both sides here, X and Y. So let's get rid of that too. But then it's going to, I was gonna say it's going to stick to this thing here. That's weird, huh? Fill. Okay. This makes a bit more sense, I guess. I wonder. Again, I wish there would be like a bit more styling on this table. let's just already make a little bit of a commit here. So we've got some tables for leaderboard and recent matches. With fixed data. There we go. And now I think the thing I want to do probably, because we already have leaderboard information, I think. So if I go to my database and I go to the projections database, there is a most challenges done leaderboard. Ha! Which has some data. Ah, yeah, I already forgot. Jesus Christ. So if you weren't attributed any points, then your rank is null. So you won't always have a rank even. That's annoying. What do I want to do with that stuff? Jesus. Yeah, I don't really know actually. Because these will be null then, and then I'll just take in the order that my data is pushed into this thing. So I guess. Oh no! How do you represent nullable types again in Elm? Can you even do that? Yeah, maybe types. That's right. Maybe types. But now I really need to think. So do I want this content to already be like the renderable by a table content? Because in that case, or are these things already just like the pure JSON things? Guess they can be pure JSON, right? And then the only thing I need to do is map this into, oh no, these are int columns. Do they have a maybe column? Oh, they don't have maybe columns. Oh wait, maybe int column doesn't really represent. Oh shit. No, I'm at a loss. Let's just try to do some stuff. Let's say that lflips is a nothing type then, and then here we've got just things, and then this is no longer just an int but a maybe int, and in that case I can't just string from int that stuff, but I have to wait, or I need to put it into, need to map it in value here. Maybe that's a thing I can do. But no, this is like the way to transform it into a string, yeah? The way you want to represent it on screen. So I think what I want to do is use the maybes map. And then this, I believe this is the function, right? This is such a long time ago. How does it go again? Map takes the mapping function. Ooh, and then even just returns. Then it's with default, I think. Right? Yeah, so with default, and then the default can be just a blank string or something. And then what's the next bit? Is there's an integer in there somehow, right? And that's the maybe int thing. And what I then can do So I want to prepend it with this. Oh no, I need to... Okay, hang on. Oh, this is such a length. We'll do with default. Then I need the maybe type. That's the thing that I need to do next. So that's this bit. Then after that comes the what? You just get the result. And I get the integer out of that. So if I pipe this into this, then it should be good. Oh, you're nothing. Oh no. No, I don't want that. Let's do FZ. FZ is nothing. You can be third place. What do you feel about that? Here we go. There I fixed it. Now FZ is also going to be watching the stream and he's going to be annoyed. Oh god. What's this function? Let's do... let's call it a score function or something. Rank to string. And then let's put it here. And then the rank to string function is going to take in... No, actually, no. It's a type and it takes in a maybe int. It returns a string. And then rank to string can be implemented as yikes, as maybe int equals this crap. Okay, now I'm confused. Why is it not working? Why is it a maybe string? Oh, snap. Yeah. Okay, then I guess I first need to map it to a maybe string and then do maybe.map. Hello? Map. Using this thing. And it gets the maybe, let's do this, maybe int. We pipe it into maybe.map, where it should be transformed into a string. Shit. How does that work? Okay, like this, I guess. I don't like that compiling takes such a long time. Okay, and then I want to just pipe that possible string with default to the with default thing. And then I definitely will return a string. And now this is complaining why required title, which is a string, then a value, which is a record type. It has a rank, which is an integer. And then, okay, and then that's what it requires. Is it requires a toString function that takes in an integer and outputs a string. So yeah, balls. I sort of want this, but then in a generic one. Is there a generic one maybe? Ah, we've got unsortable column as well. Boy, oh boy. See, this is so annoying because this isn't just any column, eh? I guess then we need unsortable column. Ah, that's probably why. Because int, string, and float can be sorted on, and then not every other type can be sorted on. I think that's how that works, right? Okay, then whatever. Then we'll just use an unsortable column, I guess. Oh, they even have it as an example. Oh my, I'm such an idiot. Okay, so not int column, but unsortable column. We good? No. Yeah, apparently it's always a string then. Ah, no, wait, it doesn't. It's got a title. It doesn't have a value somehow. Why? But why doesn't it have a value though? Also, I want it to be sortable. Shit. I guess rank just needs to be 99 then or something, huh? I mean, ugh. Yeah, no, I don't want it to be sortable. I just want to rely on the way that I'm being fed this this content here. And rank can be nothing, so that's fine. But I don't really get why it doesn't have a rank though. Now I really pissed him off. ToString. Allee, title, not value, but ToString, which just takes something and then is able to map it to a string. And then a width. But then if I get rid of value, it's complaining it all of a sudden. Why is that? Allee, ja. Int column. String column, float, and then you're unable to specify how you enter that. So how come? Ah, you get the full object here, I guess. That's why they use the structuring. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So then instead of a rank ToString, is I can do like this, and then I'll get the rank out of there. Do I need to list this as a... Okay, now you cannot sort any longer on it, and then FZ has no rank. Phew! There, I fixed it. It's annoying that it's shown as gray, eh? It's a bit too bad. Yeah, hopefully there's a way to style it somehow, eh? Maybe using this thing? I'm not really sure. Goh. And otherwise, you know what? It just looks like that, huh? What does this actually take? This sort table function. First, it takes specifically a sort table style. Okay, and then sort table style. What? I can't read this documentation. Sort table, where are you at? Style, here we go. Okay, this is the thing that's taking the element table. And then you've got a way to style the header, I guess. Can you? I feel like I want an example of this thing. Where it's not just this. Oh, maybe we can navigate to material.sort table then, because that's the way to come up with the style according to this palette, if I read it correctly. Yeah. Fucking hell. It's an empty list. Oh, sheesh, yeah. But you know what? At least this gives us a good example of how to use it. Because, I mean, it's all open source, right? So we can... discover how to write this thing ourselves somehow. Find title. Why is it called find title? Is that because you... yeah. That's because you want to sort somehow. That's how that works. Doesn't toString convert the value to string type? So you can use string column instead of unsortable column. Maybe that's not how I understood it. So instead of unsortable, we'll use string column, but then we'll need a way to extract the value out of there. And then maybe we can do this and then use an identity function here. Like that. That also works. And then we still have a sortable rank, but blank string is then sorted. Yeah, that's why. And then if I wanted to, how do you say that? So the annoying bit is that you cannot say treat blank or null as a thing to put at the bottom. But if you do unsortable, then you just use the order that you get from the backend, basically. That's also interesting. So if we have to use as a value, you could use this into an int value, int column or something. Then we would still have the same problem, but then this would just mean that this would become a 99, for example. I don't really know. But yeah, I think I prefer to have then an unsortable column, and then we'll fix the layout later or something. I don't know. The way it gets shown, I mean. Now this really is what I wanted. Okay, I don't remember what we did here. What's this thing? Oh yeah, basically that's okay. Dealing with nullable rank. Voila. That's cool. Now let's try to get or fetch this content from our model somehow. So I think that the first thing I can do is just move this to my model. So that means model.leaderboard or something. This already exists? No, okay. And that's what I want to render, so it sort of makes sense. I want to leaderboard the leaderboard. But then maybe, yeah, do I still want to add some other stuff there? I don't think I do. I think this is already fine. Okay, let's add. Let's add leaderboard to the model. Here we go. Yeah, this is all of that stuff to do actual registration. Maybe I should have spent some more time first into splitting it into another component or another page, maybe even. That's okay though. A leaderboard. A leaderboard is a leaderboard type. Leaderboard is an alias. And this is in fact a list of ranks. I don't know. Leaderboard. Row? How do you call that? Position? I guess it's a rank though, because no. Position, row, place. I'm in first place, that's what you say. But I don't know, how do you say that in respect to a leaderboard? I'm in first place on the leaderboard. That sounds good. That sounds good. So type alias leaderboard place is a thing. Actually, we already had that. Where is it at? So here I want my leaderboard to look like this. And then this is the current leaderboard, or no, initial leaderboard. Initial leaderboard is of type leaderboard, and it's equal to this. Nice. And now we can say, well, every leaderboard place is a record of rank, which is a maybe int And then we've got nickname, which is of a string type. There we go. Compile, yay. Nice. So now we've got like a fixed leaderboard. I'm not really sure if I want that as a type alias here. It sort of indicates that there is some other stuff that you can do to that, but you don't really. So maybe we can just inline that. Oh, you can't. They really need to add that to the... Voila. Okay. Okay, so now we've got our leaderboard. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. And maybe we will see why. I also wonder now what I'm actually returning out of this most challenges done leaderboard. So if we go to... Wait, first let's make a bit of a commit. Moved fixed leaderboard to the model. Voila. And then we are going to inspect our leaderboard controller, I think. Yeah, voila. This thing, what does it do? Well, it has a get mapping, and it's going to return a list of here we've got leaderboard entries instead of place. So I think I am going to call this leaderboard entry then. Voila. These look like this. So we've got an optional rank, a nickname, which is a type alias for a string, and rank is an int, and then score, which is also an int. So that's the data contract basically that we're returning, and we can fetch that if we post, or if we do perform a get to /API/leaderboard. Seems easy enough, I guess. Okay. Did I already make another commit? Maybe you can just amend this one, huh? Then, okay, now I need to do some magic, because when I initially open this page, I also want to already fetch the leaderboard so that my model can be filled with, yeah, basically this here. So my initial leaderboard, that stuff is going to disappear. So this will become like this. I'll just leave this here for reference. And then I'll need a way to perform fetch leaderboard. We can leave this here for now. I mean, it doesn't really matter all that much. Let's cheat and look at how this thing is set up. Maybe what I do want to return or check here. Yeah, it's like this is fetching players. So all of this crap has to do with fetching players except this. This is quite general. So let's move this, because that's the only thing that's left here, over here. And then the handle API error, I think we can move up a bit, because it seems like here was expect JSON with error handling. So we can move this stuff over there. Actually, it would have been a bit better if we've moved it to the bottom a bit more. This I don't know why it's still there, so goodbye comments. Then what does this thing actually do? This looks like an action to post. Yeah, there we go. So this is still HTTP. This also looks like helper stuff. So yeah, let's put it here, and then from here first we've got helper functions. Then here's fetching players. That's the first thing we'll do. And then this is registering a player, a new player. They use register player encoder, so this is something that belongs here. We also have player name, that's in there, and then that's that. And this is all of the handle stuff. So, okay, nice. This is still decoding some stuff. Okay, cool. So now instead of fetching players, which takes all of this code, we're, yeah, let's put it at the top as well. Hup. This is fetching a leaderboard, I think. So let's look at this thing. This is what I wanted to be called. Let's go back to the last editing position. It should be like this. We want to get a leaderboard. We still want to expect JSON and then add the same error handling on top of that, but we don't want to decode players. What we do want to decode is yeah, leaderboard decoder, I guess. And we want to send out a got fetch leaderboard response. This thing doesn't exist yet, so let's move here. Let's add it to the thing, to the messages, and this can be a result type, which is either going to return an API error or is going to return a leaderboard. Now this looks much nicer than here, I think. I could have renamed this to register leaderboards. Okay, then yeah, we'll run into problems that this is not exhaustive, but first let's make sure this works. So this becomes that again. Our leaderboard decoder is this thing, and it's a decoder for a leaderboard. Then this remains true, except it's not a registered player, it's a leaderboard entry decoder. And then the leaderboard entry decoder is a decoder to get a leaderboard entry out of that JSON. And here I want to call the constructor of a leaderboard entry. And then I want to still map the nickname, but I also want to, oh dang, and now I'm not sure. I don't know how you, there's like a succeed thing. Oh no, so that's not what I want. I still want to decode to, oh, maybe. Maybe, and then the field, oh shit, maybe d.field of rank, yeah, rank, And then that thing is a integer. And now I need to somehow join these things together. Is it like this? Oh, shit. No. I think to join this, I need to do something else. Right, this was map2 or something, d.map. Yeah. And then how does that work? You add to what thing you want to, wait. Yeah, okay, derp map to, and then we've got two things here. So the first one is the maybe, and the second one is the field. That should do it. That should compile this thing. Nice. Handle register player response. That's not something that belongs here, in fact. This is something I want to tackle, but later. But now that I've noticed that the handle register player response, that's something that belongs to registering a player. Like this. Okay. Where are we at? This part here. Yeah. I mean, let's put it out of comments. And then I want handle fetch leaderboard. Handle fetch leaderboard response. So this is because this got fetch leaderboard response will eventually move through the update function, where in the update function I'm going to call the handle fetch leaderboard response function, which is going to take in a model. That's fine. And also the result of this thing. So that would be a leaderboard. And then if actually this could be, oh no, that's still a result type. Yeah. So this is the newly fetched leaderboard. And we want to assign that to the leaderboard with no follow-up command. And then for errors, we just want to use the handle API error to just show a message or whatever. Okay, now the last thing I need to do is up here. Oh wait, no, that's not here. Found. Oh, garp. I can't start 2 requests in one go. That makes no sense. I guess the fetch players. Okay, this is just postponing dealing with this, because eventually I'm also going to want to fetch the matches, but we're not there yet. So just for the sake of being able to continue with the, the stream, I don't want to deal with this yet. I just want to make sure that my update thing is exhaustive now. So can we just follow it? Missing branch. Yep. And here I just want to forward to handle fetch leaderboard with the current model and the result. And then we're donezo. And it's working. Okay, let's change the table. Let's give us a rank somehow. And then commit this. And then just refresh. Oi. Oh wait, it's not what? Unexpected update. Ja, doe dan die rollback en Jesus. Oops. Why is it unexpected update count? It means it didn't update. Is that because my backend is pushing every... Ah yeah, of course, yeah. Okay, so let me explain this. This is a bit weird. So what what you're currently seeing is that every half a second, the most challenges done policy is triggered to regenerate a leaderboard. So whatever I did in that table there, it's impossible to do it within the transaction that it takes to do this. So every time the half a second thing will be faster than me. So I guess I'll just update it every 5 minutes seems so, but it's fine actually. We're not using that at all. Okay, so let's restart our backend. So the way that works, maybe while my backend is restarting, is it restarting? Yeah, while my backend is restarting, I'll explain a bit how that thing works by going to... Where is it? Where you at, bro? Ah, here. All right, so what happens? What do I currently have? Whenever you register, you will get checked if you already exist or something. Then you will be registered by executing the register player command. They will register you or save you into the database. That's fine. When that stuff comes back, the registration command handler is going to return the result, so the saved player, and a successful domain event player.registered is going to be thrown as well by the command executor. This thing then broadcasts that player registered event. Then there's a domain event to broadcast event mapper, just to make the distinction between domain events and events that I'm going to be storing in the event store. This thing here then stores that player, or maps it first, and then stores the player registered broadcast event. And then we've got every half a second, actually, this is incorrect. Every half a second, our most challenges leaderboard policy was interested in all of the events in the event store. Rehydrates a most challenges leaderboard, which then decides how to apply scoring. And once this is done, then it will save itself, and the save will make sure that the most challenges leaderboard gets completely wiped and regenerated again. Because our most challenges leaderboard, actually this thing, only cares about how many challenges a player has done, or will attribute points to that, I guess. That will determine the ranking as well. So if you can't find any for a player, so if a player hasn't done any challenges yet, then they will have 0 points and aka no ranking. So that's what we're seeing now. So every time, every half a second actually, our most challenges leaderboard will be regenerated. I agree that it's a nonsensical leaderboard, but it's a thing. I just made it to test it out, to make it work. Okay, so now we've got it just got triggered. And have I been talking 5 minutes? No, I haven't. So now we actually can get in between this thing here. Oh, dang it. What the? IntelliJ, what the hell are you doing? Okay. We'll just do that. Then we can commit, voila. And now if we refresh, we'll get a ranking score. The thing I don't get though is why Alex? Why is Alex in second in the record, but then has rank 3? That I don't get. So that means that my leaderboard controller is not doing anything sorting wise. So that means this projection here is just get ranking and approach your So this is an interface with the implementation, and I'm ordering by score and not rank, and it's also descending. So I think this is incorrect. I want to order by rank. Hopefully that works, and then also ascending. Now I've changed some code, but I'm not sure if I've got tests for that. I guess while I run or I restart my backend, let's run some tests. Where is that positioned? Over here? Do I have tests here? I do apparently. Okay. Is there sorting involved? Can store, but no, there the get is not implemented. So maybe I should also add a test here that says dang it, I forgot what the function name already was. Get ranking. So get ranking returns players sorted by rank and not score. Then, hallo, onleesig. Voila, get rid of that stuff. Oh yeah, sorting does happen in the sort table. Wait, I think we're confusing things. So the sorting does happen in the front end, but not on the rank for the leaderboard. So our main.elm thing, this is here going to fetch the leaderboard, and the leaderboard is implemented by this controller here. And this leaderboard, so that's the /API/leaderboard thing, returning leaderboard entries, going to leaderboard.getRanking, and then the getRanking is implemented with this function, which we haven't tested. So I was going to quickly add a test for that as well. So yeah, so what's not clear yet is that this here is actually a different table. Because we were changing the ranking of Scallop, Alex, and the Legend 27 in the table itself. And then the recent matches is just fixed data. We don't actually have any matches reported yet in our... I don't even think we've got a table for that, do we? No, we only have registered players and then most challenges done leaderboard, because I had no reason to save challenges or matches for that matter yet. Yeah, but that's for later. But for right now, let's wait, I'm actually changing some stuff here, and I shouldn't have done that because I first wanted to commit because we had a working thing with the in here, and here we fetched the leaderboard. So that's basically it. Let's do a commit. Now fetching leaderboard from the REST API. Yay! And then we can do this, or sorted by rank. That's cool. Now I want to right, that's why. Let's do a couple of players. We'll do snarf and we'll do lfips. Then you can have a score of 100 or whatever, and then a rank of 1. Let's do lfips. And then we'll have somebody else with a score of whatever. Actually, it doesn't really matter. And then someone with no score. Okay. We'll do rank equals 2. And then maybe make it very explicit. Rank equals null. They don't have any rank yet. And then I think I want to save them in this order. So I can, this isn't actual good practice, but I don't care for now. So I want to save snarf, then liono, then lfips, and then when I do get ranking, then I can assert exactly in order. Hello. Exactly. First it's lfips, then it's snarf, and then it's liono. And now I think I'll need to revert back the change that I had here. So let's copy this, then revert it back to the old way of sorting. Then run my test and verify that it's failing. So what will happen here in the background is here this JDBC test, well actually this thing is going to boot. Oh wait, that's not good. I was gonna say it's going to start up its own Postgres SQL server, but it's not doing that in fact, so that ain't good. You should have a test separately from our current thing. So just for the sake of testing, I shall wipe, run my test. Verify that it fails for the right reason. Oh, yo, what the fuck? Is it just a coincidence? Ah, yeah, it's... Ugh, dang it, that sucks. Wait, no. Ah, yeah, it is a coincidence because the score is the same. That would not happen if we all have 0. And now it doesn't wipe, probably. Huh, it does wipe. That's weird. Yeah, okay. I mean, at least I hope it's like that. So now if we fix it again, so Lawton, we will run the test again. Now it should be correct. Unless we get, yeah, no, it's okay. Cool. Okay, I'm going to commit this. And then my regenerate will fix it. Because that will normally... Oh no, so okay, so the tests clean up after themselves. That's probably what's happening there. Where can I find that? Actually, nowhere. Oh man, I already forget my own test setup. How horrible is that? Yeah, in any case, I need to... Okay, now I'm interested because I really thought that I was going to a different database. Okay, so I wasn't... So usually what I wanted to do, because I already did that for the event sourcing part, is I will start this database in its own container during test runtime, which will also get spun down after test runtime. But here I just configured my tests application properties to point to the actual Postgres projections database that you're seeing here. I mean, you shouldn't do that. So I can fix that in two ways. Either I just add another database here for tests or whatever, or I add a second database or whatever. Okay, now we've regenerated, so now this will be filled up. Yeah, voila, okay. But I mean, it's fine for now. I don't have an actual CI or anything. Cool. So get ranking sorts based on the rank instead of on score. I saw too late that I thought there might have been 3 files that changed here, but I don't remember what I changed here. Oh, the delay. Shit, so let's revert this commit because, or maybe I can just check it in anyway. Yeah, let's check it in anyway. Jesus. Okay, nice. That means if I now go back to my database and give people a rank, commit that, and then refresh, then they should be returning in the correct order. Yay! Okay, cool. All right, great. Yeah, matches I don't have, so I mean, I can't actually fill this stuff in. I wonder, if you select it, you can just see that they span across each other. So now we need to figure out how to space that. But the other thing I could do is a bit of refactoring, I think, because I'm starting to be a bit annoyed with all of this stuff in here. So I guess I don't just want, excuse me, a main.elm file with everything in it, even though the file is only 700 lines long. We could extract some stuff like the helper functions maybe, or the viewing status message. This definitely belongs to the previous screen that we had, where we could register as a player. However, what else is there to do? Oh my god, I already forgot about the friggin' button. We can extract the button into like our own component that we call, so that all buttons in our application are going to look the same. That might be already an interesting thing. I need a way to let's do to-do. We can do extract button helper function, so that our buttons will always look the same, because it's duplication of concept. I should add to that. What else? We could also split up the main, or actually split up main.elm into a registration page and a leaderboard page, or actually this is the home page. Did I give it a name? Maybe not here. Anonymous homepage and an anonymous homepage. What we also could do is extract the API stuff, fetching players, fetching leaderboard, and posting registering player into its own module. That's another thing we can do, and just to make sure that we make a clear distinction between, now I'm doing API fetching and then the rendering is elsewhere. Then fetch both. Hey, thank you, Gregor's man, or Gregor Z man. We can also fetch both the players and, or actually it's registered players, and the leaderboard at the same time. I mean, the quick fix for this thing would be to just have one command that does both the fetching, but I know that there's like a task. Look at task thing in Elm again. It adds, how do you call it? It adds asynchronicity. Is that a word? What up? We're building a leaderboard website, and we're doing it in Elm and in Kotlin backend, so Elm frontend. And we just finished a nice part where we first added both of these tables, which isn't very clear that there's a distinction between, but both of these are tables. And we just made sure that this gets fetched from the actual REST API, and then yeah, it was a nice way to progress. So now the policy has automatically updated the leaderboard, and their ranks are gone. And I was just making this to-do thing here to choose which thing I want to do now. Which would be the most interesting part? Is it to extract a button helper or to split it up into... I mean, I'm already gonna say this is going to take quite a long time. I only have 40 minutes left. This we could do. Might be achievable. This definitely is possible, and I think this as well. So maybe we'll do both of these, and then we'll be done with that. Okay, cool. Let's just do the first thing, extract the button helper. So let's go to somewhere where we do view leaderboard. Oops. So the way that I've set up my view function is to first view the header that renders this thing, view the main content that renders all of the white stuff here, and then the footer, of course, renders this thing. So currently, or well, I should say before we had the leaderboard, there was a bit of a registration page thingamajig. Here we go, the view registration, which was going to render main content. And that had an input field, a button to register, a status message, and then a list of all of the players. But this, where is it? The button here, the view register button, is already a function that was going to render a bunch of stuff, but it's too how do you say, it's too specific because the text that's going to be listed there is too, oh actually that's also, this is actually not very good, I think, because label here is the label for the, oh whoa. No, maybe not. Then I don't remember. Yeah. So the label is still the label of the button. Okay, that's good. So when you haven't filled in anything in the input field, the button would say, please enter a nickname, which is a bit weird, but that's just how it is. So what we can extract out of this is what label to show. I guess there will be 2 labels to show. I can still leave this for now. And then a click handler, basically, yeah. Quite confused why the onPress is a maybe type. Let's look at the specs of this thing here. No. The onPress handler will be fired either on click or when the element is focused and the enter. Okay, yeah, that's nice. But so I think I want my own button for this. And the way I want to approach this is, I guess I want to copy this for now. And then view, or just have like a function scramble button or something, just to make sure that it's our own button. And what I then want to do is I want to call scramble button using is disabled. I still do laugh. Fucking hell. And then let's do register. Oh, register, and then let's do register button clicked. And then that will replace this thing. So now we've got the signature there. Let's add a string, what's this, the label. And then we've got the message. So that will become label, and here's message. And I guess we're done. So this is it. I wonder why I was stalling this before. It's a bit weird. Now, and see, this is where I have a bit of like some trouble. Wait, how is this? That's impossible. Ah, no, it's correct. Yeah. The way I'm calling scramble button here is with 3 arguments, but all of these 3 things, they belong together because that's the way you need to render a scramble button. Ah, fuck, I need to like, I've got an idea. Base button, here we go. So I could also choose to do it like this, and then, yeah, I guess we can do that. Oh, you know what? I know a nicer refactoring even. I think I can do it like this. And what I can then do is say that we've got a base button props or something, type alias, which looks like this. And this is a bool. This is a string. And this, oops, this is an A, I think, or yeah, in our case, it's a message type. What's your problem? Oh, that's fine. Oh, dang. And then I need to say that base button is something that takes in a base button props and returns a UI.element. Okay, I think we need to make it into a message then. We can make it generic afterwards, it's fine. Yeah. And then, wait, why is this not working? Yeah, it needs the full object. I was thinking like no, that's also not how that works. So yeah, fuck. I guess what I wanted to do first is use this as a constructor thing. So then that means actually, you know what? Then we need something that takes in those 3 arguments. Yeah, no, that's the type, Jesus. Because really what you can do is, oops, is this, right? Yeah. See, now you're saying I'm going to make a base button props with is disabled, registered, or register, and this. And, yeah, wait. Yeah, I can't actually read it that way. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, I need the concrete type for that. Okay, whatever. So instead of doing that, let's use this. Is disabled. That thing. Label this thing and then type it with this, and then I think we can fix that later to make it generic, hè? Hey jong, wat is het probleem? Never used. Oh, okay. IntelliJ was a bit behind. That's all good. Okay, now we've got a base button with its own base button properties. It extracts those and then fills it in, and now we can actually, or we could enter label text, but I don't want this actually. This is not a good feature. So let's just do this again. And now you can see that it's almost exactly the same, but I have a hard time distinguishing between this crap. Wait, first let's finish the refactoring because it's not really finished yet. Because I want to reuse base button. Because on the spot, maybe I bet it's going to be used twice. Here's main content. Oh no, okay. Ah no, you know what I did? I duplicated that bit of code. Here it is. Registration redirect button equals, and now I can just say no, not this. It should be the base button using the properties of is disabled. Then the label equals register. That just happens to be the same, and then we've got message equals register button clicked, and that also was accidentally the same thing. Voila. Now we can just change this and then it'll be done. And then the registration stuff we can switch. What does register? Ah, yeah. Oops. So this actually shouldn't be register button clicked. I mean, this can be fine, but what I wanted was something else. I wanted, dear Lord, I already forgot. Registration redirect button clicked. Voila. And now what I want to do is, I guess I want to do nothing really. Update register input, that's fine. Let's move this below here, and then we can do a second one where we make it exhaustive, but really we're just going to return model and none. This is a bit too bad because I want to make sure that I implement this somehow. To actually implement this, redirecting or something, just like we've got in our wireframe. Because if you click on this, then you end up here with a nickname, a password, and the actual registration button, or register button, I should say. Coolio. I do think we've fixed that duplication now. So for buttons, this is viewing the registration redirect button, which was basically putting it in a row so that it fits in here, and then fixing it to be in a column so that it gets centered here. And then this is the actual rendering of the button, which uses the base button thing. Okay, And then more button stuff. View register button. This has like the same kind of thing, I guess. Why is it on enter register button clicked? Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then that also uses the base button. And then I don't think we've got any other button thing anymore. Nice. Okay, cool. That's great. So, done. Let's commit that. So that's extracted. Register buttons into a base button helper. Voila. Time. Nice. I think I want to extract this base button thing now to its separate module then. Oh, and then we can call it like base dot button or something. Nee? Okay, let's do that. Does IntelliJ have refactor tools for this? Shit. I guess not. Either remove file, copy file, introduce variable, or type parameter. That's not what I want. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave the, how do you call that? The function name and the type alias there. And then I'm already going to try to do it like this. So I want a module called base. And maybe it even has a module button, which has props. But I guess that's a bit too much. So let's do it like this, button props. And then base button is a function that really just redirects to base dot button. And then we can create that module. We'll call it base.elm. Add that sturf. Then we can paste that in there. Oh no. I think I first need to make it generic. Otherwise, I'm gonna be in a world of hurt. Yeah, let's do that first. That's what it should look like then. I'll need the UI stuff. I'll need this stuff. I'll need this stuff. I'm not sure if I need element or widget for input. Where is input? Element.input. Background color. Sure. I think it's this one. And no op. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I can get away with just doing nothing. We don't really know. I guess we'll find out. So instead of base button, we'll do base. This will be called button props, I think. Ah, shit. Yeah, button props, voila. I'm exposing all the things, but let's make it more explicit that we're exposing button props and base. And then import this stuff, Voila. Import. Oh, that's right. Oh, now we can... I think I already might have fixed it. Oh, this should have been button. And then this can go. Now I inline. Is inline available? Tell me inline is available. Wait, where am I using this? I guess it can go now. Oh, there's no inline. No. Okay, that's fine though. Let's do multi-cursor. It's poor man's inline. Save. Hey, nice refactoring. And we also made it generic. Now, what I might want to do is instead of typing it like this, yeah, I don't know, it feels a bit weird. Like, since this is like the generic type of a button's properties, I feel like I want to put it here instead of like that. And then this can become button props like this. But that makes no sense. Does it? Then these will become the actual props, I guess. No, I am Confucius. I don't know how to do this. I'm also not sure if it's correct to to expect this behind. Maybe it should be the other way around then or something. Fucking hell. I don't know, man. I don't even know. But I already like this refactoring, yeah? Now we made the base.button into a componentized thing. There's only one place to change them, and it's here in base. And then they all have their own... Oh yeah, I like this. The thing I don't really like here, you know what, is the color thing. So this looks suspiciously a lot like the background color, but I'm not even sure that it is the same color. So what I'll do is I'll move the layout stuff there as well. Maybe let's first make a little bit of a commit. So here we moved our base button into a base. Oh, it was like this. Base module. Voila. And then what I want is to put the, what was it again? Pattern? Nay, palette. The palette stuff I also want to put in that base thing. So I will try to do the same refactoring here. So first we'll just move it here. Okay, that looks nice. Now I'm wondering if I should put it in its own file, so that it's about the palette, not just. Otherwise, base is going to end up becoming the garbage bin. Oh, you know what? Gray and off-white, etc. I don't think we even need that, because we will always be referring to the palette that we chose. Oh, Elfips has a nice suggestion. A button function that receives button props, yeah, and button action as arguments. So message is its own type and not part of. Oh, that makes so much sense, actually. Man, this is why I love streaming. Yeah, it makes sense that it's not tied to the props, actually, but tied to the button. Nice. Okay, so we'll do this, if I understood correctly. So this will get an A, but then this no longer needs to be typed. We can get rid of the message, and the rest can remain as is. And then I think, I'm not really sure that you can do it like this in lowercase and then be accepted as generic, looks like. Then stuff should be not compiling here anymore. Yeah, there we go. And then we can just move message as a second argument to the base.button thing, And here we do the same. Voila, save it. It's working. Yeah, IntelliJ was a bit behind. Okay. Nice. Thank you for that suggestion. That's really nice. Damn, I want to refactor that in it separately. So let's get rid of this. Because the palette still is just here. I didn't change anything to that. Okay, nice. And then we can have that as its own commit. So thanks to Elfips for suggesting to pass the message as a button button action. There we go. Instead of in button props. Voila. Cheers. And then we can add the palette is, I guess, less important than buttons. So, oh, thrashing code. Thank you for following. We were just doing a bit of refactoring here in Elm, which is so nice because the moment it compiles, it just works. So yeah, we've moved everything here. So what I can do next, this is the actual palette. So that means I can just equals this to base.palette and then expose it here. palette. And then I no longer need gray and off-white even. And for contrasted, I can just also forward to it takes a palette. Yeah, I guess we can base.contrast it then. And then since it's already there as well, I can just reuse it. Then I just need to make sure that contrasted is also exposed there. Then we can get rid of royal blue and white. Actually, we don't need the type even. Wondering why this is not working yet. Ah, there we go. Is that because I still need to expose palette or something? So that the .bg is understandable? I'm not really sure. Oh, let's just no, it should still work, I know. So if we just replace contrasted with a base.contrasted, then it should work, I think. Bam. And then this can go. But maybe I can just not pass the palette and then make that a thing that contrasted only knows about. I just wanted it to read contrasted palette here, but I'm not sure if I want that anymore. Okay, base.palette. Man, I really wish. Yeah, see, now I especially want to not pass a palette to contrasted, so let's get rid of that. And then maybe we'll call it contrasted palette. And then we'll call that like this. And then contrasted can just become contrasted palette, which is contrasted of the current palette. Then we can still be expressive that this here is the contrast of this palette. Voila. And now I don't think I need this anymore. Aha. Nice, eh? Okay, but really the goal was here to extract this into palette stuff. So we've got the 200, 200, 200. It's still nowhere on the thing. Dang it. So I'm sure that there's a reason why this is a little bit darker than this background color, but I'm not really sure. It's so annoying. And this thing here, this is 100, 100. Why, why can it not just be gray or something? Here, yeah. I didn't even see the difference here. Oh, that's probably because this is the actual gray color of oh no. No. What is this? This is the background color of a rendered button. Oh, the other thing that also still works is the nothing. we replaced the no op. Wait, why is it not complaining anymore then? No op never gets used. Oh snap, and we already have routes here. What? Oh, these are comments by our good friend Cordusk. I already set up the routing a bit. That's nice. That's some stuff we will do later. It has to do with this bit, but that it takes a bit more more refactoring. I guess we're still not done with the button stuff. Maybe it can be good enough for now. No, really, I want to name these colors. That's what I wanted to do. Let's do that. Slightly. Actually, it shouldn't be a color directly. It should be the palette. No. It should be part of the palette. This one, and same for font color here. Actually, this should be disabled. Wacht, hè. Font. Okay, and then font disabled equals something like that. And then we have a thing for that, because that's this one. Then it can be palette.font disabled. Oh, snap. Font disabled, which is also a UI color. There you go. And then we just need to name that or something. I don't know. Oh, dear Lord. Contrast. See, now I am... This is cool, though, because now I am forced to think about what the contrasted font disabled color would be. Man. Let's do off-white or whatever. I'm bad at this stuff. I'm so bad at this stuff. And then what? Font disabled. Here's the disabled background color. So palette PG disabled. And then also I was wondering, is there like a reason why it's white or something? Like, oh shit, sorry. Sorry, Elm. Sorry, I'll fix it right away, Elm. Generate variable. Jesus. Allez. PG disabled. Palette also needs it. PG disabled, it's also a UI color, and then finally, I don't know, can be the same. Oh, it's disabled. Is Elm-pack happy? Yeah. Okay, nice. So this can then be, since it's still, maybe it's the buttons background or something. Crikey. Wait. I suddenly remember. There was like a thing called primary or something to show that this is the primary special color or whatever. And I guess that's what this thing should be. Palette. Primary. Hey. Let's do that. Primary. It's also a UI.color. But then with capital C. We'll do the same here. It's this thing. Primary. I don't know. I don't know what. Oh God. Okay, everything still looks the same. I guess that's good. Have I replaced all of the RGB stuff on buttons? Yes, I have. Does it make sense now? Let's see. We've got some shared attributes for this stuff. And then the append looks a bit wonky. Do we care that it looks like that? I don't think we do. The order is not important. Actually, it's more important that these are the distinguishing features of that thing. So really, this should be the thing that's in voila. And I think I want to do the same thing here. I was also thinking that the other thing I could have done is to make shared attributes do the list append itself. Like this could be like a partially implemented function. Then we can even be more concise. Thinking too much. I'm thinking too much. Let's see where we are at. We've fixed this stuff. We added some backgrounds, font disabled. So our is disabled font is a button of background disabled with font disabled. Maybe we should also have a disabled font or something. And then we'll add the shared attributes to that, which are these. And then we'll just do the UI with the label. This also looks suspiciously the same. I don't really care about that duplication just yet. And then, or else, if it's not disabled, then just render a normal button where you use primary. Oh shit. And then as a background color, and the font color is not mentioned, so you just take over the font color, I guess. And then maybe we need to make that a bit more explicit then. That we're reusing the font color. color is palette.font. That makes it way more explicit, huh? And nothing changes, so that looks good. I think this already looks a bunch better than before. Yeah, I need to make sure that this is a bit... Is gray reused now? I don't think it is, huh? If we inline all of these, then we can see all of the colors next to each other. Maybe that's a nicer thing. And then I don't need to name these things because, I mean, is this even gray? This looks like blue or something. Voila. Get rid of that stuff. Off-white, that's this thing here. I'm also not sure if it's called off-white even, so up. Then regular white. Oh shit. Why was it off-white used twice? But that's just confusing as hell. They don't seem to be related, do they? I mean, are they? So what I'm seeing here is that my background for the regular palette is off-white, but that for the font for it disabled is... No, it's just coincidental, huh? And it should be this one. Voila. Material.color has gray and dark as predefined. Ah, yeah, there's... Oh, dang. There's like an entire... In the widget library, they have like a material design color labels. So much work. Okay, let's get this thing done first. And then we can just... Voila. It's fine, right? Gray with an A. Yeah. Okay, noise. I mean, that's definitely something for next time. The material. I'm going to add to do here. And really what I want to do is I want to use, or actually replace our own palette with that of material somehow. Don't know how I'm going to do that, because I know the purple here that's coming from leaderboard. That's the fetch stuff. It should be something like where it's viewed. A. View leaderboard. Yeah. The table uses this thing here. Ah, here we go. Default palette. What is this thing actually? It is a palette. Palette already exists. Great. Christ. Ah, and then you have a dark palette. Palette.dark palette. And then how does that work? We're in source widget material, and then palette is in import internal material palette. And that thing is... looks like this. Oh, they also... that's nice, huh? They have a very small set of colors, actually, huh? Just primary, secondary, background. They don't have any font colors. Why is that? Whatevs. Whatevs, man. Yeah, so maybe we can make our own palette that looks like this. Is this a type even? Yeah, I guess it is. close to that thing. Maybe surface also has a particular meaning because material design is not just a component library, right? It's a way of thinking about UI. Anyway, yeah, something to do. I think I'm going to put that next to the other to-dos here. Then should be okay. Oh, we have so much stuff to do all of a sudden. All right, let's commit, because the last thing that we did here was we moved, well, made use of palette, and then, yeah, we basically moved palette to base.elm. Nice. Let's push. Oh my god, look at all of these commits. Yeah, it was a productive evening, I have to say. It is to be expected, of course, if you use Elm for building front ends. None of that, what's going on with my Node version upgrade? Oh. But I'm going to try and leave complaining out of these live coding sessions. All right, let's do a little bit of an overview. So we started off with a very different looking site here, which had an input field to register and then a register button. And then we went over our, how do you call these things? The wireframes. I said, we are going to be building this. Is it there? Almost. Super. What did we do? First we made our layout a bit of the main screen, which has two parts. First it had text here, then it had text there. Then we made sure it was aligned properly. We did the same thing for the register button here. Then we replaced the text with tables from the material. What's that thing called again? The widget. Orasuns LMUI widgets table with fixed data. Then we also did the same thing for this one. And then we made sure that this data is fetched when you refresh the page, which happens. And then we also did like an intermediary thing where we actually made sure that the get ranking sorts based on the rank instead of the score that was still on the back end there. And then we did some refactoring in the front end to introduce a base file here, which now contains our button, which is nice and clean. And that's where we are stranded now. Very happy with the result. Nice. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out and giving me great suggestions. I hope you'll be there next Tuesday, which will be the next next streaming session. So until then, have a good night and a good week. And then that's it for me. Bye. See you.